Hi there, Eric Backer, naturopath from New Zealand, author of Candida Crusher, formulator of the Candida range of dietary supplements. Thanks for checking out my video. I appreciate you guys giving me support and looking at my videos, and for people like you out there that I make these videos. Today we're going to talk about quercetin. So a weird name, quercetin. It sounds like some sort of clothing label or something, or some kind of line of shoes or something. Quercetin, what the hell is it? Well, we give lots of different types of chemicals found in plants for strange names. There's a bunch of these a group of them called flavonoids found in plants. And flavonoids form a very important role in plants. They help protect the plant against a lot of different types of damage like solar radiation, too much water, insect attacks, all kinds of things. So plants make lots of different types of chemicals. Cornell University in America has done many, many years of research into all types of plant compounds going back for quite a few years. And I think they actually led the world at one stage really in a lot of this research. So flavonoids, there are many different types of flavonoids. I'm not going to go right into the biochemistry of flavonoids, but there's lots of different types. Some of the more important ones for you to know about are quercetin, rutin, and hesperidin. We're going to talk about quercetin today. So quercetin is a compound found particularly in things like kale, broccoli, tomatoes, green tea. Red wine contains a lot of quercetin. I find that quercetin containing plants have got this sort of taste on the tongue that's like a stringent, dry kind of a taste. Brightly coloured vegetables and fruits will contain quercetin, getting a bit tongue-tied there. So why should you eat this stuff in your diet? Why is it important to have a very healthy diet containing high levels of flavonoids? Well, flavonoids perform very important roles for plants, in terms of protective effects, but they also perform very powerful roles when we continually eat those plants ourselves. Those benefits get conferred to us. Before we jump into quercetin, it's important to say that it has a very poor absorption rate. Many companies have struggled for years to try and make very effective dietary supplements as far as quercetin is concerned, but a lot of the research I've looked at shows that the absorption rate can be as low as 2%. So if you're taking 500 milligrams in a few times per day, you may be only getting a smattering of that in your body. You're way better off, in my opinion, getting flavonoids from your diet. So flavonoids get bound to different proteins in your blood. There's one called albumin, for example, that quercetin and rutin and these sort of compounds hook up to. Then they go to the liver, and the liver has to break this flavonoid off the protein and absorb it through different types of pathways. Some of these pathways are methylation, sulfation, glucuronidation. So you need to have a pretty good liver function to absorb good levels of flavonoids, and you need to have good amounts of proteins in your diet to create the proteins in your blood to hook these things up to. So as you can see, there's a lot more than meets the eye here than just, I'll just pop a few of these tablets and get a lot of quercetin in my diet. It doesn't work like that. It's not that easy. This is why I'm always trying to get my patients to eat healthy proteins, first-class proteins, eggs, fish, chicken, lamb, good foods like that. And if you want to go vegetarian, of course, you can eat different types of legumes, seeds, nuts, and grains. So eating protein is an important part of hesperidin because the uptake is dependent, as I mentioned, on proteins. So hesperidin plays a major role in the body as being a very powerful antioxidant. So antioxidants, basically what that means in English is it means it protects our body from damage created internally just through normal metabolic processes. There are many different hundreds of thousands of enzyme reactions that occur every minute in your body, and a lot of damage is created. Not unlike a motor vehicle that's driving creates a lot of pollution and damage. In your body, a lot of damage is occurring as of normal bodily processes. And antioxidants, like quercetin, vitamin E, vitamin C, all these different types of antioxidant vitamins like selenium and zinc, they confer benefits by stopping those processes from really causing accelerated aging and pushing us into high inflammation states, driving us towards cancer and heart disease and diabetes and all those things we don't even want to talk about. So if you don't want to get sick, we're all going to die. Come on, we're not going to live forever. But we want to die slowly and very healthily, don't we? That's how we want to die. We don't want to die in a hospital bed in some terrible, chronic, inflamed, painful state. Eating a very healthy diet is going to be a big step in the right direction as far as reducing your risks of developing chronic diseases of the Western world prematurely. Right? So many patients I know will live to 80, 90 and not even go and see a doctor. And why? Well, part of it is genetic, but a big part of it also is lifestyle and diet. Eating the right kind of food on a consistent and regular basis, containing high levels of flavonoids like quercetin, is a very important thing for you to do. I've got a list up here on my computer I'm going to read out to you. Apples, peppers, red wine, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, Chinese vegetables, citrus fruits, grapefruits, lemons especially, cacao, raw cacao, whole grains including buckwheat, capers, raw red onions, black and green tea, beans and legumes, dark cherries and all kinds of colourful berries, eggplants, bell peppers. All of these foods are packed with very healthy types of compounds, including quercetin. So quercetin, we know from research, is also an antihistamine, so it's going to help you reduce the effects of allergies in the body. So people who take quercetin regularly, you can even get this nasal spray sometimes, I've seen it, for like sneezing attacks and things like that. People who have quercetin regularly in their diet have got a much lesser chance of developing asthma. And I think it's also very powerful for Candida patients because it improves the gut function. It helps to repair the leaky gut membrane. It stops the effects of circulating, immune complexes where your immune system is actually attacking the Candida residues and they create damage. So the quercetin helps to mop that up and it downplays that inflammation. So quercetin is a very important part of your dietary consideration when it comes to SIBO, small intestinal bacterial issues, or Candida, or Helicobacter, or any kind of a gut issue. I really like you to consider eating these foods I just mentioned. All those colourful, brightly colourful vegetables, the berries, the raw cacao, the green tea, good quality green tea. These things are going to help you immensely improve when it comes to your recovery. So please bear that in mind. If we look at other flavonoids, one called rutin, R-U-T-I-N or rutin, that's quite a good one, especially for the small capillaries of the body, like the kidneys and the eye. So hesperidin is another type of compound altogether, and that can be used even more to your advantage for certain types of immune dysfunctions. But quercetin is the overall very powerful beneficial flavonoid that you're going to get from these foods. Anti-cancer, reducing your risk of heart disease, reducing your risk of diabetes, reducing inflammation. It has some ability, especially if you have turmeric in your diet, to reduce pain in the body as well. So important considerations for you, things to think about. Let me see, is there anything else I can talk about? I think I mentioned most things. Yep. But do your own research. You can take dietary supplements, usually 500 milligrams 2 or 3 times per day with food. But as I said, the uptake is quite poor. I prefer that you get your quercetin from colourful foods. So give that a go. Thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to click on the link below if you haven't already got my free report, and subscribe. Keep sending me comments, thank you. I appreciate the comments, and if you've got any more questions or particular videos you want me to make, I'll be glad to help you out when I can. Thanks for tuning in.